Good afternoon, all. On behalf of AJK College of Arts and Science, I welcome to the skill-based webinar in cryptography implementation in cybersecurity. I take this opportunity to welcome today's resource person, Mr. M.Sabarinathan, Technical Manager, Gateway Software Solutions, Coimbatore. I welcome you, sir. It's a,
Thank you so much.
it is our honor and privilege for us, sir, to have you with us today. I also welcome Dr. Ajit Kumar Lalmohan, Professor and Secretary, AJK College of Arts and Science, Dr. B. Satish Kumar, Principal of this college, and department faculties, and my dear students. Today we have gathered here for the webinar arranged for BCA and DCF students on cryptography implementation in cybersecurity. I am sure we will be enriched by this webinar. Once again, I welcome all of you for this session. Now I hand over the session to our resource person. Sir, you can start, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kamaraj.
Thank you.
So, before coming to this session, I would like to say thanks to the Department of BCA and IT people, as well as the college management of AJK and respected principal staff, so who are given the opportunity to be delivered about this emerging technology about cryptography to be implemented in cyber security. So where we are facing a lot of security issues in cyber domain. So you people have chosen the best topic to be delivered to the students. So for that, and thanks to all the team who were working for this program, as well as I congrats to all the students so who are eagerly to be participating in this session. So really, I'm heartful congrats to all the students to be take a part of this webinar. And I'm really appreciating to all the students of being on time in this session. So thank you so much of you all. So coming to my session, cryptography and the cyber security. So how we people can make relation between that is, so what is cyber security? So those things only first we are going to discuss about now, and then we are going to discuss about cryptography, how we can use it there. So those things only we are going to discuss today. I'll be sharing my presentation now. So just I'm muting my video. So I'll coming to this presentation. So and before going to the presentation, I would like to request to all the participants. So please be raise your queries wherever if you get doubts, wherever if you don't understand. Even if you understand also, you can clarify 1 or 2 times. Okay. So this is a requisition I'm giving to all the participants in this webinar. I want I don't want to be this a one-way communication. I want this to be an synchronized communications. So I want all the people to be interact to me. So whether you people can interact, right? Yes or no? If you say yes in chat window, then only I can share the presentation. All of you listening, right? Yes, can you put in chat window? Yes, sir. Will be interact. Like someone is good, Kirti Kiran. Thank you so much, Ranjin, Vishnya, Aravind, Ash. Thank you so much of you guys. Thank you so much. So this is what the interactions we wanted. Okay. Thank you so much. So now I'm coming to the presentation. Good. So what is cyber security? As the word is, it is the meaning of the positive mode or is a negative mode. What is the meaning of cyber security? Anybody knows? Anybody have idea about what is cyber security? You can type your answer in the chat window. If you know, you can type. If you know well, okay, I need to answer for your question means you can unmute your mic, then you can speak to me. Yes, you guys, anybody knows about cyber security? Is a positive word or is a negative word? Okay, no. Thank you so much, Mr. Akash. So cyber security, it is totally about where we people are facing issues. So we are going to make it, we are going to resolve those issues. So we need to take it in a positive mode. So why? Because means we are all developers, we are all IT, and we are an IT people. So we are going to work for the IT. The security issues we need to create first, and then we need to resolve the same issues here. As you people understanding or not, I don't know about it. So where if people are first, as the IT people that you know very well, without making a problem, we cannot identify the solutions. So we want to have a problem. For the problem only, we can find the solutions. So who is making a problem? If no one is making a problem, we can make a problem and we can give the solution for that. So that is what the IT industry is where the people are getting booming in the world compared to other industry people. Right. So that is what IT industries where we are going to uh, help to all other domains. Right. So this is the things only we are going to discuss now. Right. So that is what cyber security. So I'll go to the next slide to be explained the term of cyber security. The cyber security used to refer the security offered through online services to protect your online information. So who are all asking about online information? Why do you want to share the information through online? If I'm not sharing any information through online, I don't want the security, right? So that is the main objective here. So we are making a lot of online tools where the people can share the information, like in a Gmail where we are sitting now. So we are sharing the information. So I can share my information. I'm sharing my video. I'm sharing my voice. I'm sharing my presentation. So these are the informations I'm sharing to as a service mode of Gmail. They are giving us a service. In the service, we people are sharing information. So in this information, sharing the information, unknown, some people they can get login in the same name of the student name. So we will be just giving acceptances. Those people also can be participate here. Whether they can take the information, whether they can include, they can type something unnecessarily. These are the miscommunication may happen. To be identified, to be secure, that only we want to have the proper tool. So that is what the security where we people are offering here. And wherever if we connect, increasing amount of people getting connected in the internet, the security threat may happen. The harmful things may be increased. Right? Massive of harmful, massive of threatening may happen. So even to be avoid that, we want to use some proper tools. Right. So if you have a proper tools, whether we can add all the people who all want to participate, we can add all the names first. Then we can share the link. Only those people can only log into here. So that is what where we can avoid the security issues when you are going like this online meet. Right. So these are the things we can do it in cyber security. So it is very essential as of now in the world because as due to the corona, due to the COVID, so we are sitting at home, we are sharing the information through the online media only. So if we have a proper online media, then we can easily save our content, we can easily save our timing also. So that is what we are going behind on the cyber security logics, right? So likewise, what are the issues will be happen or how we can overcome those things only we are going to discuss now. So meaning of the agenda is what is cyber, why do we need cyber security, what are the security problems were there, how we can implement and maintain security in the field of cyber, the cyber domain. Okay, in the cyber domain, it is interconnected of different people in the common media, in the online media. So where you can implement your own logic to maintain the security on this security cyber field. So those things only we are going to discuss today. So that is the agenda now. So now we'll go into this small explanation about so what is online services, how it is be happening in the digital mode. So how many people you people are aware about data center and web servers and the end user tool? So have you know about what is web server? Anybody have idea about data center? Do people have any idea about this? If people have any idea about what is data center, what is web server? Right? I'm asking you guys. So storing database, Akash is answering for my question. Good. So storing a data. Okay, that may be a data center which you mean to come. Okay, what is server? Yes, so good keep the Kiran and Aravind connecting the network and interacting the user and data. Okay, this is the right point which I was expecting from you guys. Okay, so interacting with user and data. So that is the main objective. The server is nothing but data center as we are storing the data. So as a user, which is the data I'm requesting, so the server, by the server only, the server it will be identifying my requested data, where it is available in the particular data center, then it will be taking data from the specified data center and it will be response to the end user. So that is a digital world as of now it is going on. In this place, who is the user? Who is the perfect user? What kind of data he is requesting? Whether the data is available or not. Whether the data it is the proper data, the proper format or not. Whether this user have a rights to access the data or not. Whether the data center is the original data, they have the original data or not. Because in the world, you might have a different data center having the same type of data. Among those data center, which is a data center having a proper data, which is giving a quality service. So those things are all to be identified. Okay, there only we people are facing issues. So these are the issues only we are going to talk about now. Okay, then where we are going to make the security? The security we are going to make it in the three panels, either in a user side or in a data center side or in a server side. The most concentration where we want to do, if you build your web server in a proper way, the server it will be solve all the security issues. So that is used for web server. The web server only we are going to solve all issues. So initially, if you want to have secure your system spaces, you want to install the antivirus on your machine. As of now, which is the operating system you are purchasing, within the inbuilt, all the operating system having some firewalls and the antiviruses. So you don't want separately to be purchased and to be installed. You don't want the antivirus or firewalls. All the operating system it is coming with those firewalls and operating systems. So these are the integration is happening whenever it is going like a web server. So that is the main objective to be avoid the issues in the cyber security. So this is what digital is. So because the user may access from any devices, they can access any applications. But the interface of web server, it want to be concentrate all the things. Right, because the user might be change their media. So today they are accessing through mobile. Tomorrow they may access through systems, and day after they can access through smart TV. Somewhere the end user media might be get changed, and data center also they will be changing the data center address. But the server it should be very clean. It should be kept properly. Then only we can easily make the security more productivity in the server side. So that is the main objective of cybersecurity. The cyber is nothing but is the combining from the relating to the information technology, the internet, and any other virtual reality. Right. So the cyber is a common name which I can connect from the media from any devices or anywhere. So that is used to call cyber. And this security is necessary since it helps in a security data from threats such as data theft or misuse, also safeguard of your systems from virus. The virus is nothing but some misuse, some any unknown functionality. It may happen in this cyber domain. So these are the things only we are going to make by using the cyber security. It will be helpful to protect the data from threatening and theft or misuse or something may happen. So to be safeguard from that only, we are going behind on cyber security logics. Likewise, what are the security problems may happen? What are security problems may happen? So we have minimum of 8 and maximum we have different security problems we are facing in the world. But here I thought about to explain about these 8 security issues. Only malware, and second one is phishing attack and password attack and the DDoS and man in the middle and drive-by downloads, malware string, rogue softwares. So these are the security problems where we are facing. How we can overcome those things also we are going to explain this right now. As we know, this malware is nothing but this unknown format of data, unknown process may happen in your machine. So those things we used to call malware. Malware means I am not knowing that it, without knowing me, without my knowledge, right? Something may happen in my machine or in my process or in my application. So those things we used to call the malware. So examples, computer virus, spyware, adware, rootkit, Trojan horse, worm, ransomware, keylogger, botnet. So these are the problems which will be coming under the malwares. It may be without my permission, somewhere the people push ad. Whenever they're pushing ad, just without knowing, you can just click it. The ad will be open in my browser. Once the browser is taken the ad link, automatically it will be take all the browser data to their website. And if they have taken all the data from my website, my browser, they might know about what is my activities, what are the history we have in the browser, those things and all they can read. So which are the website I was regularly accessing. So those people, they block the websites or they do some malfunctions. There maybe I stored my password, there maybe I stored my details when I paid a credit card. If the data might be stored there, the people, they can easily take all the information. For that only the people make lot of malwares. The malwares in the format of computer virus or spyware or adware, Trojan horse, worm, ransomware. So that the people, they can install this small exe file without knowing us. Through the exe file, they can read all the data. So to be avoid that, so only we are going to the different free antiviruses. But as free antivirus also, it has some limitations. So it can be protected, it won't be prevented. So once the virus has been come, it will scan and it will delete the data. Before the virus comes, it want to prevent it. The prevent options, if you want, you can go for the paid antiviruses. But the free antiviruses, it may protect your data. Okay, once the virus has been affected, you can scan your data and you can delete the virus which is there in your system. But if you want prevent, you want precaution, means you want to go for the paid antiviruses. Now, what is the antivirus? What is happening? The antivirus, it is a tool. So where the people written the source, where the people they written the logic is, already they might be stored all the pre 96, 97, 2005, 2010, 2015, 2020, whichever the virus it came in the name, they might be stored all the virus names and the format and the activities and the behaviors. They might be stored all the things on this antivirus software. When this kind of virus it comes, it will be matched the data and it will be removed. It won't be allowed to come the same type of virus into my machine. So this is what will happen when you're going for this antivirus. Right? If you go for the protected antivirus, the paidware, it will be identified that the unnecessary file or unnecessary format data comes automatically it will be deleted. Right? So those things I can use some antivirus to be safeguard of my machine. And phishing attack. So phishing attack is a kind of attack which is happening more in cyber domain now. So where the people can easily track my data, as I said that if you have some spyware, the spyware if I'm sending to you, you just click without knowing that, you just click it, the spyware it will be get installed in your machine or it will be added in a plugin to your browser. Automatically, wherever if you start to log in, wherever if you start to pay your credit card, online booking information, so those things are not automatically will be taken by the victim and it will be stored direct. Okay, by that the people can reuse it, your data, and they can try to hack your information. So those things we used to call the phishing attack. Whenever the data I recovered from you, by the same data, I can make lot of duplicate copies and that I can share you, then I can easily steal your all the information. So that is used to call the phishing attack. To avoid that, we can go for the Dept. This is automated phishing tool. We can check with this Dept that we can find how we can avoid this phishing attack. Then And manually, if you refresh, if you clean your history, if you clean your cookies, automatically the phishing attack won't be happen. So regularly you want to maintain the systems. So if you maintain your systems on a browser regular basis, automatically we can escape from this phishing attacks. So they are storing. The people have been written like a lot of string algorithms there. They'll be store all the information about you, about which mail ID you are using, what is your history, where you are, whenever you download the data. Though everything can be easily fished out. So that is used to call the phishing attack. It may happen in the social engineering. And third one is password attack. Password attack is mainly used for ethical hackers. Ethical hackers, only people we are going for password attack. So what is ethical hacking and hacking? Here all you know it. Hacking means without knowing me, without knowing you, the people can easily steal my data. That is used to call hacking. With my permission, if the people they want to take my data, if I'm giving authentication to take my data to someone unknown people, that is used to call ethical hacking. So ethical hacking can happen in a 5 modes by using the dictionary attack. The password, I can easily match synonyms. Okay, which is the name, which is your pet name, which is your car number or bike number. I can easily identify your data has been stored in somewhere. By that, I can easily take your data. And brute force attack, same like dictionary attack. It may be stored with different alphanumeric. So dictionary attack is mainly focusing on the alphabetic. Okay, brute force attack, it may combine with alphanumeric keywords. It may be randomly to be checked. Okay, whether your phone number with name, or bike number with name, or pet name with bike number. Likewise, it will be matching the password, and it can easily identify your password. And rainbow attack, table attack means this. So first initially, I would not identify any of password, but frequently which are the password if you are storing in the database. By that, I can easily identify. Okay, 2 years back you have used the same password. Now you maybe use the same password, and you might be changed the capital letter to the small letter or small letter to the capital letter. I can easily take your data by using the hash, pre-computer hash table. I used to say as a hash table. We have a database which is stored password as the MD5 hashes. So then by using the so decryption, so modified decryption, by that I can easily decrypt your data. So that is used to call rainbow rainbow table attack. And the fourth one is guess. The guess means is the name we can affect you automatically. By that I can easily, because whenever if you are going to create a new user in the Gmail or somewhere else, so it won't be, if the name is not available, they'll be recommend some name to you. Okay, and the name only if you are choosing that your mail ID means might be having easily, if you are chosen, okay, a particular mail name from which is affected for the server. So the terms will be stored in the database. So by that I can easily guess your password. And the spidering. Spidering means which are the latest data, where you are logged in Facebook, where you log in Twitter, where you log in Instagram, where you are using WhatsApp. So by that, I can easily find out, okay, so what is your characteristics, what is your process, whether you are having an educational student or studying or a company employment, I can easily identify all the information from that. That is used to call spidering. So third one is password attack, and the fourth one is DDoS. So distributed of denial of service. Distributed denial of service is nothing but this. Denial of service, it is a simple one. The one person can attack me and I can easily protect it from him. At the same time, multiple, from the multiple source, if I get attacked, I cannot simply protect it. Likewise, what are the attacks may happen means think of that. So when I am going to receive some data, if I am downloading some flavor, on this website, on the free website, they given a link to the download. Okay, it is a 400 MB. Okay, when I am downloading it, the 400 MB plus some advertisement will be downloaded, and some other unknown data may be get downloaded. So finally, if you check, nearly 550 MB or 600 MB may be reduced from my data, from my mobile data. If I am going to download 400 MB of film, but 100 plus MB also may be used to be downloaded. Why? Because means unnecessarily other data may be get download along with that link. So then my byte of data will be loose. Then within 2 hours, 3 hours, your total data byte of data will be loose. Again, you want to recharge again. So that may be happen, and we can use for IP spoofing. Whenever you have an IP address of your machine, the same IP address I can make it in my machine. So whenever if you are not using your machine, whenever if your machine is not running, I can identify your ideal state, and I can use the same IP address in my machine. I can give a access to the server. Then I can take data on your name. So that is used to call IP spoofing may happen, and buffer overflow. So storage, temporal storage locations, it will be stored the temporary file. From that only we people sending the data. If you are overloading the buffer, automatically the previous data will be get deleted. Previous data will be get deleted. So because buffer is like first in first out test, right? So if you go like this, so other data will be get lost. Okay, so this may happen in the buffer overflow. And here document is I can break your IP address. I can change your IP address. Automatically this thing will be get dropped. And synchronize attack that you knows very well. So by using Gmail, I can synchronize all the data to the cloud in somewhere, or else I can synchronize my mobile data to the Gmail. So automatically, whichever transaction I'm doing mobile, it will be stored in my Gmail. Then it will be huge number of data unnecessary will be stored in my Gmail. Right. So those used to call synchronizations. It may happen. And here you know that 3-4 years back we don't have a provisions to be login same Gmail number of Gmail account in the same browser. We don't have the provisions, but as of now you people have, so we can synchronize number of Gmails in the same browser at a time. So that is used to call distributed. So DOS means at a time only one person can be logged in the browser. If you want to log in another Gmail account, you must be logged out the previous one. The current Gmail which you logged in, you must be logged out that, then only you can log in another Gmail. And as of now, you can check, I can add accounts, I can add any number of accounts in the Gmail, the same browser at a time. So in this, which is the drive you are accessing, from which drive, from which user you are trying to access some other drive, whether you have provisions or not. So that is to call synchronized attack. It may happen, right? And to be overcome that, we have a lot of tools, NMAC and LAN, LERA, BLAST, and Panther, botnets. So these are all distributed, avoid the distributed denial of service attacks, where you can easily escape from that DDoS attack. And man in the middle, that you know that man in the middle attackers to intercept, they will be joined along with you and your sender and receiver, and they will be, sometimes they will be access as a sender, sometimes they will be access as a receiver, right? So we cannot identify whether this is what a user, this is what the responder, this is what the receiver or not. We cannot be identified. Even the people come to know what are the transactions is happening in your systems. This is a man in the middle attacks only. It is happening all over in the payment transaction like Paytm, Google Pay. There the people are using this middle man in middle attack things. And as of now, you might know that a lot of Facebook users, they are putting a status, my Facebook has been hacked by someone. If they are asking to donate the amount, don't be donate like this. A lot of people, they are putting the status in the Facebook. So how is this happening? Means the people are coming as a middleman in this server, and the user and server, they are making some middleman attacks. It's like normal user. It's like a same username. We can make it another user. The people who are the content it is come will be coming to me also. So the person, I can access the data as well as same data it goes to the original user, and middleman also can access the same data. In this, which are the data they wanted, they can utilize for their purpose. So that is a man in the middle. For that, the people are using Metasploit. It is a logic where the people want to store it in a proper name format. And drive-by downloads. So drive-by downloads, that is oftenly A lot of people are getting this. You know that it may happen when visiting a website, opening email attachment and clicking a link or clicking a respective pop-up window. By clicking the window is a mistaken belief that. So whenever if you any of mail if this comes to you, whenever you just click open the mail, some pop-up may come. Whether I want to notify that you have been opened this mail, I want to notify this message to the sender or not. If you say, then the sender might receive the notification that receiver have been opened the Gmail, opened the mail. Then automatically when they open from where, which device they open, the devices, what are the software, what are the applications they are using. So those things and all they can easily track. So once they have tracked all the information about whether you have installed WhatsApp, whether you have installed Facebook app, Instagram, whichever if you install, if the people have read it, they can easily push a message to that. So that is what drive-by downloads is. So that only the browser automatically will be asking the pop-up whether that sender they want to get notification as you open this mail or not. It may ask a question. If you asking questions, is automatically, if you say yes, the notification will go to the sender. So the sender comes to know you have opened the mail. If you say no, or else if you delete the message, it won't be send a notification to the sender, the mailer. So that will be a safeguard. Automatically, all the browser as of now they have it by using the artificial intelligence knowledge, AI. By using AI only, the people have been implemented that. And then malware. So malware is nothing but this. It's the same push-up ads. Once I got your information. So which are the software, which are the applications, wherever if you're using. So without asking you, I can push a lot of ads. Then you need to click one by one ad to be closed, and then there will be a stop. Then you will be give a stop this ad to show me. Then they'll be asking a reason why you want this. If you're giving in a fuse, it's not relative. It's which only I'm getting. They'll be gathered all the information by the answer which you are giving. Then they'll be do another process. So if you given the answer, okay, once you close the ad, they don't want to ask any questions. But why they are asking a lot of questions when you are stopped to see the ad? Okay, why they are asking him? As per your answer, they will be identifying your mentality. Then they will do some alternate push message for that. So, right. So this is what the malware thing the people are using. Right. So these are all these things are all related. These are all related things. Okay, and then the final one is fraud software. The fraud software is nothing but this. So automatically your system will be get scanned and it will be recommend, okay, these are the virus affected files in your machine. So if you install my antivirus, automatically it will be clear it. So if you install in a free of cost also, then it will be give alerts. So we are sorry for the inconvenience. We could delete only the few files. So other few files we could not delete in the free software. If you upgrade your software, if you pay the software, this will give a original key. By original key, you can install the original antivirus, then your system will be more productive. Likewise, so the people will be recommend you. So the people will be create antivirus, they will be spread to your machine. After automatically you will scan the virus, and then they will recommend you want to buy the software, then only you can clear all the virus from your machine. So these are the issues, problems which we are facing as of now in the IT industry, the cyber domain. So these are the things how it is happening, where I can prevent it, how I can prevent it, right? So that is the main challenge for each and every people, and everywhere who are in the cyber, who are all connected with the internet, who are all using online services, who are all using different devices, the internet connectivity. So all the people, they must be aware about all the problems. So if you are aware of the problems, we can do some manual safeguard first. After any of recommended software there, we can go like this. But even the IT industry, the developer and software developer and the virus developer, antivirus developer, so both are want market their products. So they want to do a lot of same process again and again. So today if you have some few viruses, for that the people creating some antivirus. And day after tomorrow that antivirus is only work for the new virus. Then the new virus if it comes, you need to go like another new of antivirus. So this is what the IT industry is getting booming now. So we are recommending and we are preventing. So this is what IT industries where we got boomed in the comparing to other industries, other people. For that, if anything goes is we want to have a logical code, logical program to be needed. Like without having any logical programs, you cannot make it possible to make security issues and to be safeguard the issues. So those things and all you cannot make easily. Right. So this is what the software industry is where we are. Likewise, the simple a few examples I noted here. So where we people having different kind of issues with the different applications. So all the application having some issues. We cannot prevent easily. We can protect. So once it comes, we can recover from that. But before it comes to my machine, I cannot prevent anything. So that is what the cyber security issues is. But how the developer, the people of doing this, how the people are doing this means is we need to write our own logical code. We can write our own logical code to be avoid this kind of security issues. But all the people doesn't have the knowledge. Only the software industry people we have the knowledge to be write the code. However, we can write the code. What are the code we can write? So those things only I'm going to explain you guys. So here the same thing which I talked about cyber, okay, where the people can share the information throughout some internet media, some online media. So what are the issues? May remote login, application backdoors, patient hijacking, and bugs, spam. Lot of issues may happen. So from this, as only the technical people only can help to be avoid this kind of security problems in the world. So none other people cannot make it simply. So as a normal person, they can use the application. If the application got any error, they want to defend only the software engineers and IT people. So where you people are going to be participate in this. So totally we have two types of security issues that there is. One is transit security, another one is traffic security. So transit security is nothing but encrypt the information. Wherever you are going to transfer the data, you must to be encrypt. You cannot transfer the data as in a public mode. You must to be transfer the data in a private mode. So that is used for encryption. And then traffic security. It acts as a screen host and remote site build. So then you need to, traffic security is nothing but it. You cannot send all the data at a time. We should not send it. We need to split the data on a packet format, and each packet format should be encrypted. Then if you're sending a data one by one, then it will be sent to the receiver. They can decrypt the data one by one, then collaborate the data to read full content. So that is the logic behind the people as of now using the blockchain also. And what are the problems is in? There are few areas we are facing security issues, secrecy. That's what we don't have any secrecy. All the data is going like open source. And authentication. Authentication is nothing but who wants to access the data, who don't want to access the data. And no reputation is. So a lot of data it is there in a different data center. The same data it may be in a different data centers. Whenever if you want some data, all the data center they are recommending the data. But I am looking only one of data. But the same data it will be coming from a different data center from the different format. Then I will get confusion which is the data I need. That is a big issue. And then integrity control. So which is the data we want to integrate? Who can access? Who want to use it? So that integrity, how we can avoid it, the duplications, how we can avoid. There people are using a lot of problems. There only the people are doing easily attacks. Right? The rest are classified in two categories. One is passive attack, another one is active attack. The passive attack, it is attacker ever drops this and listens the message but cannot modify the message. Okay, so that is what we want to give the proper encryption code, encryption keys to use it. They can all can read the data and they could not be through any modifications. Active attack is one which attacker modify, delete, replay, introduce new message, a stream of messages. That is what ethical hacking. Passive attack is mostly going for hacking, and active attack is mostly going for ethical hacking. So these are the things which are in attack mode. And to be make that kind of securities only, we are going to the cryptography to make more security, to make passive attacks that we cannot read the data. They can read the data, but they cannot be modified. To make that kind of things only, we want to write the data to be in a secret mode. To write the secret mode, we want to go for the cryptography. It's a technique used where it is ability to send information between the particulars in a way to prevent others from reading the data. So it is prevent. Here the word we are using is a prevent. Okay, if you give a proper security for your data, it will give you a prevention. Other people cannot be easily read your data. The data is transferred by applying two techniques by changing a plain text and ciphertext as an encryption format, and the ciphertext to the plain text is a decryption format. So plain text to the ciphertext we used to call the encryption, and the ciphertext to plain text other, which is a data you have created. If you want to read the same data, that we want to do decryption. Encryption is to convert the original format to the unknown format. From unknown format, it is making a original format, that is used for decryption. So this is the logic behind the techniques we are used to for the cryptography. Like plain text to the ciphertext and ciphertext to the plain text. How this can be happen? What is the principle? What is the service of cryptography? And the principle of cryptography exists two things. Message must contain some redundant information, not need to understand the message. So within the message, if you give some redundancy information, other people cannot be easily accessed. They cannot easily read the data. If even they read the data, they cannot be identify the meaning of the data. They could not identify the meaning of the data. They can identify the data, but it should not be meaning. It should not be meaningful, the data. Okay, that is used to call cryptography. And some methods needed to foil replay attacks. Okay, timestamps, and wherever, if some people, even if they understand my data, even if they started to read the data, means instantly it want to send who is accessing my data, where they are accessing. So all the information should be sent to the owner, the data owner. So that two principles we want to keep in mind. So first of all, we want to convert the data, and even the data has been converted. Even they were understand the data which I heard here. Okay, so people want to send all the informations. Even once the people receive my data, the known person where I'm sending, the known person is going to receive my data, it automatically want to acknowledge, yes, I receive your data in a proper way. If unknown person is here accessing, means where they access, when they access those things and all, we need to get it back. The acknowledgement, we want to attach in some message. We want to attach some unknown characteristics with the message, as well as we want to attach so who are the sender and who are the receiver, which are the intermediate nodes. And which are the intermediate nodes, whether they have a right to open the data or not, whether they can only just pass or they can open my data. So this is what we want to build it in a cryptography. Right? These are principles we need to follow that. And then what are services we provided means, then it will be integrated checking. So if the sender is sending a data, it is going to be intermediate node. Whether the intermediate node have a right to read the data, or else it have a right to only pass the data. If they are having a key, they can only pass the data. They could not be read the data. Right? So that is what we want to have. Then we need to identify authentications, and then we can easily protect the data, and the information confidentially will reach the destinations. So these are the services we want to keep in mind whenever we are going to write a cryptographic program. Right? So this is what the simple encryption process. The simple encryption process to be made by using some key, the key algorithms we want. The key algorithms, we have a different key algorithms were there in the industry. You people can use any of key algorithms to make your data to be more secure. On the same key, if it is the receiver using, then only the people can receive the data. They can decrypt the data, right? That is used to call decryption. So how the people are converting the plain text to ciphertext means is they may having for licenses. If you type A, automatically will be converted as N. If you type B, automatically will be converted as O. So those things you can do it in a way, right? Is the meaning you can relate it to the any other keyword, right? X means A, Y means B. Likewise, they may have some correlations, right? So with the diagrams and diagrams, by using any of meaning tool, you can easily convert one of character. When you are typing some character, automatically will be printed as another character. That the substitutions of ciphertext, you can easily convert plain text to the ciphertext. And transposition. So you can transposition. You can rearrange the data. You can rearrange the data. So if you're going like hello, HELLO means is LOEH likewise, right? You can easily shuffle the characters, shuffle the content. That is used to call transposition of ciphertext, converting a normal text to the ciphertext. And one is substitutions, another one is transposition. By using that things is we can make algorithm, the secret key algorithms, the simple cryptography. Then whenever we're giving a key, automatically the tree transposition will be happen. Then all the character will be aligned automatically. Right. So this is what the cryptography, where the people are using the logics is behind. The logic behind where we can use. Likewise, only we people are going for secret key. If the secret key will be having the both sided. So one secret key, one in the center side, the secret key will be do the process of encryption, and the receiver side, same key will be do the process of decryption. In middleware, in the internet, where you are using the online services, where the people don't have the key, they could not do our encryption or decryption. Both they cannot do it, right? So this is what the secret key algorithms is, where the people are doing a process, right? So B box and S box substitutions and transposition, position transmission and substitutions, and mapping the data by using the key. If you given the key, then automatically the position will be arranged automatically, right? Or else, if you are giving a wrong key, again the position will be changed again and again the position will be get changed. You won't get the exact proper position. So that is what the ciphertext and the plain text to ciphertext conversion is happening in this cryptographic domain. And public key algorithms we have. The public key means is where it will be taking a data plain text to ciphertext. So who want to convert ciphertext to plain text? There the people who want to use as a private key. Then the people cannot be, the key should not be shared to other people. Only who want to decrypt, those people only can use the key to decrypt the data. So that is used to call public key encryption. There is the best algorithm as of now, RSA algorithm, DES algorithm, triple DES algorithm. Likewise, we will have different type of algorithms that are there in the world. That algorithm may change as per the bit processor which you are using. You are using 8-bit processor, or else you are using a 16-bit processor, or 32-bit processor, or a 64-bit processor, or 256 processor. What is the processor you are using? Whenever if you are enhancing your data, enhancing your hardware, automatically the algorithm characteristics also will be get changed. So that only we people are finding a new type of algorithms. The same algorithm, it won't be get work out in all the time. Right. So frequently we want to change the algorithm, frequently we want to change the logic. For that only we want to update the existing algorithm which is there. Then what is the logic we need to write to be create a new algorithm. The logic only we want to think frequently. Then only people can achieve in this industry. Right. So this is what all about the cryptography, where we want to implement in a cyber security domain to increase the security more in the cyber domain, right? So this is the logic where behind that we are using. So this is what the conversation which I have been completed. So as per the timing, we are crossing over the time. So I am finishing my conversation now, and I shared the form here. All the people just to be click and to be write your feedback there. So if you get any doubts, I'll give you 2 minutes of time. You can post your doubts in this chat window. I can clarify your all the queries one by one. Okay, so thank you so much of you guys. So to be listen me more than 1 hour this timing, as well as I thanks to the department people who has been coordinating this session, who have been arranged. Thanks to all the team members, as well as the principal sir, as well as in the AJK management, AJKCAS management, and all the coordinators, as well as my participation. Thank you so much of you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Students, if you have any doubts, please post your queries in the chat box. You can fill the feedback form to receive e-certificates. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your session. I think the session was very useful to the students. Thank you, sir, and thank you all the participants and faculty members.